Hi, Sabrina. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm Gina Siegel with Caring Transition, Cincinnati East. And so tell me a little bit about your project. Tell me what's going on.
Okay, so my sister lives in Georgia, and I'm going to be relocating there, and my dad is going to be relocating there too.
Okay.
And I don't have time to help him get his affairs in order because I'm trying to do my own stuff as well. So we're just trying to get him into assisted living in Georgia,
Okay.
and he has a house full of stuff, and we're just kind of lost right now at what to do.
Yeah. I understand that happens a lot. It happened with me and my parents as well. So where is he? Have you already chosen the community where he's going to live? Do you know
Yes,
where
we
that
have.
is? Okay.
Yes.
And I'll get back to that, but I might have some additional help for you on the back end as well.
Oh, great.
Um, and the timeline, how soon are you looking to move? What is your ideal timeline?
The sooner the better
Okay.
because I'm going to be moving in about 6 weeks,
Okay.
and I want to make sure that he's moved prior to that,
Got it.
um, or at least at the same time.
Okay. And are you working with a realtor? Have you listed the house? Has it sold yet? Have you gotten to that
We do
point?
have a realtor in mind.
Okay.
Just the house isn't ready to be,
Sure.
shown yet. So
Sure.
it's got a lot of knickknacks and stuff in it.
Okay. We just want to make sure that we're um, aligned with your timelines that you have in place, because no
Mhm.
matter what we're talking about today, the value will not trump the value of your home. And we want to make sure that we're working in tandem with that as well. So thank you for sharing that. And now let me take a step back and I'll tell you a little bit more about who we are and what we do and how we can be of help in your scenario.
Okay.
So we are Caring Transitions is a full solutions business. We can help you from start to finish with everything that you need to cross the finish line, but we are also a la carte. So you pick and choose the services that make the most sense for your family. So starting with decluttering support. So if you needed help with, because it sounds like your sister is out of town, it's just
Hmm.
you, right?
Hmm. Yes.
And do you have power of attorney for your father?
I don't. My sister does, but we
Okay.
work very closely together,
Okay.
so she knows I'm handling this end of it.
Okay.
I will run things by her though as well.
Sure. So if we do have an agreement, we would need to have her provide her power of attorney documentation just
Sure.
for to protect your dad.
Yeah.
And so, starting with decluttering, I was starting to say we can help you make those decisions. If it sounds like he has a house full of things,
Hmm.
so if you needed help deciding what to take with you, what to leave behind, we can help with that. We'll send a project manager over to help you one-on-one to make those decisions. Then we can help with a space plan. So if you know where you're moving and if it's near an office, another Caring Transitions office, we can tag team a space plan to make sure that the furniture that you want to take cross country will actually fit in the apartment.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, clients have been burned before where they think it'll fit and it doesn't, and they've just paid to haul it cross country. We can pack for your move. So everything from kitchen, bathroom, clothing, decor, artwork, we can get all of that packed and labeled for you. And then we are not movers by trade. We're not bonded and insured that way, but we work with vetted out movers in the area who we trust and we'd be happy to recommend to you, and we can manage the whole process for you. Then, depending on where you go, chances are we have a Caring Transitions office, as I mentioned, at the back end who can take over from there and unpack for your dad. So, sheets on the bed, dishes in the cupboard, clothing in the closets, boxes and trash taken away, usually on the move in date. If the apartment is larger, sometimes it will have to spill into the next day, but for the most part, his first day in his new apartment will be truly his first day in his new home. And then what to do with all of the things that you and your family no longer want or need. So we have sale and non-sale options to help you thoughtfully disperse all of the items in the house and capture value where we can. So usually it's a hybrid of 2 or more options that we have. Um, Even including an online auction service where which is it's a national portal. We have a very strong following nationally. We ship all over the country routinely, so we can help with that as well. um, then once we've captured the value, we also can help you with the final donation and clean out. So we donate as much as we can. We discard what we need to, and we'll bring in all of the equipment and labor, and we leave your dad's home as empty as it's supposed to be, broom swept and vacuumed and ready for listing or closing wherever you are at that point. So that's a lot of information I just shared with you. Do you have any questions for me?
Well, he does have a lot of stuff, and some of it does have some value. Would you be doing an estate sell, or I'm not sure what the online auction thing is?
So we can do in-home estate sales, and depending on what your dad has, and we'll take a tour after you and I talk for a bit, depending on what your dad has and how much, that's what I'll use to recommend what I think is in your best interest.
Okay.
So an in-home estate sale isn't always the best option. Sometimes an online auction is better, where we have a national set of eyes for the particular things you have. So if he has collector things, if he has
He does have coins.
okay, coins.
Yeah, he collects coins.
Yes, and so we have a great audience for coins, and now you're expanding your reach from a regional, local level to a national audience. So that's where, we may lean toward more of an online auction in your case. Sometimes neither one of those is really going to be in your best interest, and that's what we're going for. What is really we customize our services to fit your needs and your dad's needs. So if an in-home estate sale or an online auction is maybe overkill or too much for what you have based on the value, the perceived value, we have private buyers who we can bring in to shop the house and capture the value where it is. Then we skip to the final donation and clean out and go from there.
Okay.
So you mentioned 6 weeks as a timeline, which we definitely have time within that, based on our upcoming schedule, to get you across the finish line before then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad is very frugal. So,
Okay.
I mean, this all sounds really great, but I'm kind of curious about the price.
Yeah. So the prices vary from service to service. Sometimes it's an hourly fee, sometimes it's a flat fee on a sliding scale, sometimes it's a commission, or a combination of all three, most typically. So what I'm going to do after we take a tour, I am going to present you with what I think is the best strategy for you and your dad and your sister. And then what I will do is go back and noodle around with I'm going to take pictures with your permission. And then I'm going to put together a proposal so you have it in writing, and it gives a little bit more description of each service that we're recommending for you, along with an itemized price list. Then from there, you and I will talk and decide what makes the most sense. So maybe all of the services are going to be helpful for you. You've got a lot going on if you're going to be making a move as well, because you've got your own, which we can help with, by the way. But you also have the opportunity to pick and choose the services as well. So how does that sound?
It sounds great. I mean, we definitely need all the help. I am concerned with my dad being in the home, though, with all this stuff going on, because he gets overwhelmed really easy. And it is a move for him, and he's been in his house like 20 years.
I understand.
So seeing stuff go, he's not real attached to it, but there's just some things that he just might find overwhelming because he's so used to the house being the way it's been since his wife passed away. Nothing has moved. Every knickknack is still in the same place and everything. So does this happen like over days? Is it overnight? I mean, like, could I just take him out for a couple hours every couple days, or what does that look like?
That's very typical of all of our families, so you're not alone in that. We will work at your pace. So knowing that he lives in the house, I don't know, does he have cognitive impairment at all? Is he
A little
physically
bit.
challenged? Okay. So we will make sure that he's involved in the process to the
Mm-hmm.
degree that he wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
The process, to answer your question, can take, depending on which services you take. So if you want to
Okay.
decluttering supports, we can work. We have a 3-hour minimum
Mm-hmm.
for each person, but we can start with a 3-hour session, and we can get a lot done in 3 hours. So let's start with that.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like you need that help,
Yeah.
packing is usually done depending on how large the apartment is that he's moving into.
Mm-hmm.
Usually a 1-bedroom apartment, sometimes even 2-bedroom apartments, we can pack in one day. So we'll bring a
Okay.
full
It's
crew
it's just
out.
a 1-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
It's really small.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can definitely get that done in a day. The most important part of that is for you to be there on when we arrive. So we would arrive at 9 a.m. on packing
Okay.
day, and just to walk us around the house with him if he wants to be,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can mark those areas that need to be packed. If you feel like there's going to be some decision making to be done still,
Mm-hmm.
we may have our project manager come out a day ahead of time to do that walkthrough with you, so
Okay.
that our team can hit the ground running on packing day. So we'll bring all of the supplies that we need. We will bring a full crew, get him packed in a day, and then the following day after packing would be his move day, just to keep everything moving in tempo. Then, depending on the time it takes for the move crew to make it, it's probably going to be the following day after the load up
Okay.
to when the move crew would arrive and unload in the apartment.
Okay.
Then the rest of it, depending on which avenue we go,
Mm-hmm.
could take anywhere from a few days to 3 weeks if we do an auction.
Okay.
So that would be day one
Mm-hmm.
to the final donation and clean out could be a few days to 3 weeks.
Okay. That'd be great if you guys could take care of it all.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be
Great.
great because
We would love to.
we have this money. It's kind of held up in with his house, and
Sure.
so that's where most of his money's going to come from when he moves, and so he does need that, but we don't have that right now because the house is, full of all his stuff.
I know. And this is emotional, and we understand that. Most of our team has already been through it personally, but certainly professionally. So we'll make this as fun as we can for your dad,
Okay.
but we'll take great care of him. We'll take great care of you and your sister.
Okay. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Let's take a tour.
All right, let's go.
All right, so thank you, Sabrina, for the tour. That was very helpful. I have a plan in mind. What I'm going to recommend for you is that we definitely, let's definitely add some decluttering support time. And then I will include packing, move management, and I'm going to include an online auction estimate, because I think what your dad has in the volume, I think it is. It's going to make an auction more viable for you. So I'm going to recommend that, and I'll include that in my proposal. And then the final donation and clean out, I'm going to leave as to be determined until we're at that phase. So we're going to try to get through some of the volume, and then we'll give you an estimate at that point. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you my parting gift, which is a folder, with some information. Here's a 12-cell grid on all of the services that we provide, and we actually do more than that. I'm including some testimonials from past clients. I also have a moving checklist. I'm a big checklist person, so I'm including a checklist to help trigger some good ideas on how to prepare for your move, as well as a fact sheet on how an auction runs and what that looks like. So I'm going to leave this with you, and look for my proposal today. And I look forward to helping you with your move. Thanks again for inviting me.